Hey, it's going to YouTube Soldier Knows Best here with a battle between the iPhone 4 and also the Samsung Nexus S or the Google Nexus S. Both of these phones are really top of the line right now, and I'm going to be covering the design, the camera, video quality, screen resolution, keyboard, OS, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, let's first look at the design of these two devices. When you look at these devices side by side, you can tell that the iPhone 4 is slimmer and a little bit shorter than the Nexus S. Now, one of the things that the Nexus S has going for it is that it has a more natural type of curve, type of feel to it. So when you hold it in your hand, it's very comfortable. You don't feel like you need a case. You don't feel like you're going to drop it. The back of it feels a little bit like plastic, but I actually do like the feel of that. So the overall phone of the Nexus S does feel definitely comfortable, more comfortable than the iPhone 4. Now, I do think the iPhone 4 has a little bit more weight to it. It feels a little bit more solid. Now, it has a more type of block type of feeling though, so it doesn't feel as comfortable in the hand as the Nexus S does. As far as buttons and everything, they're pretty much identical on the devices themselves. And one of the gripes I do have about the Nexus S is that the power button is on the right side of the device. So when you're holding it in a camera mode or you're shooting a video, I found myself accidentally hitting the power button and putting it to sleep right in the middle of a video. But overall, as far as the design, I like the way the Nexus S feels better, but I like the way the iPhone 4 looks. Okay, let's talk about displays. The iPhone 4 has a 3.5-inch Retina display with a resolution of 960 by 640 versus the Nexus S, which has a 4.0 Super AMOLED screen with a resolution of 480 by 800. And also the Nexus S has a contour display, which the glass is actually curved a little bit, and that helps with the overall design as far as holding it, but also it kind of helps a little bit in the reflection of light onto the screen. But the big deciding factor in this whole battle is the pixels per inch, the PPI, where the iPhone 4 has 326 pixels per inch versus the Nexus S, which only has 235 pixels per inch. And that's just going to equate to the iPhone 4 have a more crisp picture, a more accurate picture as far as colors, and the video is really just going to pop out a little bit more for the iPhone 4 on this Retina display. Okay, let's talk about cameras. Both of these phones feature front-facing cameras on the front that shoot VGA quality, so you can expect the same type of performance. Now on the back, on the rear-facing cameras, both of them have autofocus and flash as well, and also they both shoot 5-megapixel still pictures. But as you can probably see and tell, the iPhone 4 still does outperform the Nexus S as far as these still pictures, and that's basically because it has a better camera and better sensors to handle light a little bit better as well. Now as far as video recording, the Nexus S shoots video in 720 by 480 as far as its resolution, where the iPhone 4 does 1280 by 720, 720p HD. Okay, so the iPhone 4 is HD recording and the Nexus S isn't, which is kind of a bummer for this next generation phone from Samsung, this Nexus S. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at some real world examples and go ahead and see how it looks for yourself.
I'm lying in my bedroom, grabbing on my pillow. I'm feeling so alone. Sweat's all over me, I'm throwing off my sheets, and I can't get no sleep, no. I'm tossing, turning back and forth, 'cause I really need you here, yeah. I'm tossing, turning back and forth. Girl, I really need you, 'cause I keep having dreams of you. I keep having dreams of you. I can't stop having dreams of you. Girl, I'm having dreams of you.
Okay, so you can see by those video examples that the iPhone 4 does win in the video recording department. Now let's talk about OS. I'm not going to get into the battle between iOS and Android because we've been down that road before, and I think each one is built for different people. Some people love Android, some people love iOS. My recommendation, get your hands on one of these devices and get a feel for the general OS yourself. But I will talk about browser performance and stuff like that. Now, as far as the browsers between the Nexus S and the iPhone 4, the Nexus S consistently did outperform mobile Safari on the iPhone. I mean, the Nexus S sometimes was just blazing fast faster than mobile Safari. And sometimes they're just barely beating it. But overall, the Nexus S browser was really, really good, partly due to the new Gingerbread update for the Android operating system that the Nexus S is the first phone to be running. But I really love the browser on there. Now, as far as multi-touch and tapping the zoom and pinching the zoom and stuff like that while in the browser, the iPhone 4 is a little bit more refined in that aspect and is a little bit more smoother. But if you're looking just for speed, the Nexus S did win. And one of the things about copy and paste too, which may not seem like a big deal, but I find myself using it more and more now. I think they're kind of almost even. I think the iPhone 4 is a little bit more fluid as far as its copy and paste and being universal within all those applications, where the Nexus S and running Android, this copy and paste is good, but in some applications it does differ a little bit. It does differ from mail and text messages and browser just a little bit how the copy and paste functions, and it just can be a little bit weird sometimes. Okay, so we got the end of the battle here between the iPhone 4 and the Nexus S. Both these phones do have advantages over the other. The iPhone 4 has a better camera, better display, and better application store, and the Nexus S has just overall feels a little bit better, and also better customization, and also internals. The thing has a 1 gigahertz Hummingbird processor, so it really is fast, especially with moving within the OS itself, and also a better browser too. But I think it really comes down to personal preference about which one of these is going to be better in your opinion. Now, I personally lean more towards software and applications in the App Store with the iPhone 4 over the Android marketplace, and also the just the Android itself on the Nexus S. But it may be different for you. And so I would say leave a comment down below just giving us your opinion about which one of these phones stands out to you, which one of these phones that you think is better. And the gist of this video was to give you an overall observation about how these things perform in real life and just a general clue about which way to go. And another thing, the iPhone 4 is on AT&T, the Nexus S is on T-Mobile, not 4G though, but it is on T-Mobile. So network performance in your area and all that stuff does factor in. I'll leave some more details about stuff that I missed in this video down below, hardware specs and stuff like that. But leave a comment down below. I'm really interested to see what you think. And thanks for watching this video, and I will catch you later. Peace.